Hello everyone. Welcome to our lecture today, Preparing for your Oral Defence. This lecture is aimed at undergraduate students defending their graduation thesis or dissertation. We'll cover the following in this lecture. First, what is an oral defence? Think of it as your big moment to share and defend your thesis work. It's a bit like telling the story of your research journey, explaining what you did, what you found, and why it matters. The oral defence is super important. It's your chance to show your knowledge and passion for your topic. It's not just about your written thesis, it's about how well you understand and communicate your work. Now, what happens in an oral defence? Generally, you'll give a presentation. This can vary from as short as 5 minutes to as long as 30 minutes, and in this you'll be summarising your thesis. After that, there's a question and answer session. Here, your professors, or a panel of experts, will ask you questions about your research. They're not trying to trip you up, they just want to see how well you understand your work and can discuss it. Alright, let's move on to preparation strategies. This is all about how to get ready for your oral defence. It's like prepping for a big game or performance. The better you prepare, the better you'll do. First, you want to know your thesis inside out. That means going over your work until you're really familiar with every part of it. Think about the key points, your research methods, your findings, and why your work is important. Next, prepare a short summary of your thesis. You should be able to explain your main ideas clearly and concisely. Imagine explaining your thesis to a friend who's not in your field. How would you make it interesting and easy to understand for them? Then, think about what questions you might be asked. Try to put yourself in the shoes of your professors or the panel. What parts of your thesis might they want more details on? Practice how you would answer these questions. Lastly, practice your presentation. It's not just about what you say, but how you say it. Practice in front of friends, or even in front of a mirror. Get comfortable with your material, so when the big day comes, you're ready to go. Now, let's talk about how to present your thesis in the best possible way. Think of it as your guide to making a great impression during your oral defence. First, speak clearly and slowly. It's natural to feel nervous and rush through your presentation, but try to take it easy. Speaking slowly helps your audience understand you better and gives you time to think. Next, let's talk about body language. Stand confidently. Use hand gestures if that feels natural. And try to avoid fidgeting. Good body language shows you're confident in your work and engaged with your audience. Eye contact is also key. Try to look at different people in the room as you speak. This creates a connection with your audience and makes your presentation feel more personal and engaging. Lastly, use visual aids effectively. This means your PowerPoint slides or any other visuals you use should support what you're saying. They should be clear, not too cluttered, and also only include key points. Remember, your slides are there to help, not to distract. This is the part of the oral defence which students worry about the most: how to handle the question and answer part of your oral defence. It's really important because it shows how well you understand your work and how you respond under pressure. First thing, when you're asked a question, listen to the entire question before answering. Sometimes, when we're nervous, we might start answering too quickly without fully understanding the question. So, take a moment to listen and then respond. Next, it's okay to take a short pause to think before you answer. You don't have to rush. A thoughtful, well-considered answer is much better than a rushed one. When you do answer, try to be clear and direct. Stick to the point and try to give a focused response. If the question is about a specific part of your thesis, concentrate on that part. Don't wander off topic. Lastly, and this is really important, it's perfectly okay to admit if you don't know something. You can say something like, "That's an interesting question. I haven't considered that aspect, but it's something I'd like to explore further." This shows honesty and a willingness to learn, which is always appreciated. So what are some common questions to expect? Here, I'll give you an idea of the kinds of questions you might be asked during your oral defence. Knowing what to expect can really help you feel more prepared. First, you might be asked, why did you choose to study this? This is a chance to show your passion and connection to your research. You might be asked to summarise your main findings. This means giving a brief overview of the most important things you discovered in your research. Think about how you'd explain your key results in a few sentences. Another common question could be about the limitations of your study. Every research project has its limits, and it's okay to acknowledge them. Think about what parts of your research could be improved, or what factors you couldn't control. You might also be asked about how your work contributes to your field of study. Here you can talk about why your research is important, and what new insights or knowledge it adds to your subject area. These are just a few examples of the types of questions you might get. The key is to understand your thesis well and be prepared to discuss it from different angles. Okay, let's look at what you need to do on the day of your oral defence. Think of it as your game day plan to make sure everything goes smoothly. First, arrive early. This gives you extra time to set up, relax a bit, and get comfortable with the room. It's always better to have a few extra minutes than to be rushing. Dress professionally. How you present yourself makes an impression. You don't need to be super fancy, but dressing smartly shows that you take the defence seriously. Bring all the necessary materials. This includes copies of your thesis, any notes you might need, and of course your presentation on a USB drive or whatever format you need. Lastly, try to stay calm and focused. It's normal to feel a little bit nervous, but remember, you've prepared for this. Take deep breaths, stay positive, and remember that this is your moment to showcase all of your hard work. So let's wrap up by saying that although you may not think you are ready, you are ready. Firstly, remember that you've already done the hard work. Your thesis is written, and you've done all this research. The oral defence is just about sharing what you've already accomplished. Believe in the effort you've put in so far. Next, have confidence in your research. You chose your topic because it matters to you, and you've spent a lot of time exploring it. This is your chance to share your passion and what you've learned with others. Think of the oral defence as an opportunity. It's not just a test, it's a chance for you to showcase your hard work and contribute to your field. It's also a learning experience that can help you to grow as a scholar. Remember, you are not alone. First, there's your thesis advisor. Your advisor is there to help you, so don't hesitate to reach out with any questions or concerns. They can offer guidance, feedback, and moral support. Next, seek out online resources. These can be really useful. They might include tips on presenting, sample questions, or even videos of successful defences. Take some time to explore these resources. They can offer a lot of insight. Don't forget about your university's support services. This could be anything from writing centres that can help polish your presentation to counselling services if you're feeling really stressed. Your university has these resources for a reason, to help you succeed. Finally, good luck. You've prepared, you're knowledgeable, and you're ready for this. Go into your defence with confidence and show everyone the amazing work you've done.